What is good, you guys? This is Steven with All Talk On, and today we are going to be going over Steven's computer, aka it doesn't have a name. I didn't name it. Let me think. I'm trying to think of a name. I don't have a name. So, yeah. If you guys want to see what I should name it, just put it in the comments and give me some names. Don't give me something gay. Don't tell me name it fucking Dick Magnet or something. Give me something cool, and it's got to have code name in it. If it doesn't have code name in it, I'm not going to listen. But anyways, yeah, if you guys want to be the one who gets to name my computer, put something cool in the bottom, and maybe I'll use it. So anyways, it doesn't have a name, but we're going to go over first thing is stuff like my monitor and, you know, the peripherals and all the extra accessories that I do use for my computer, and then we'll get into the actual computer. So first up is the monitor. It is a Levino IPS 60 megahertz 1080p 23.5-inch monitor. It's nice. I like it. I like the color. It's very vibrant. I love the fact that the plastic bezel is extremely thin, and as well as the screen basically goes all the way to the end, which is one of the main reasons why I picked it. Plus, the stand looks really cool. So that's it. You know, my Levino monitor. I only paid well, I paid a lot for it. It was only I don't know why I keep saying only, because it was expensive. It was like 170 or something like that, which they have 24-inch Acer monitors right now for about 120, but this was bought when there wasn't any sales, so that's why that was so expensive. Next we have my keyboard and mouse, which I just did a little review on. We have the Cooler Master, what is it, Devastator keyboard and mouse combo. I like it. I love the color. I think it's absolutely amazing. Even though red isn't what my computer is built around, it's just the red illuminated the best and looked the best. That's why I picked it. But overall, I love it. I don't use it for gaming, so it doesn't really bother me if it's mechanical or not, and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. I don't game keyboard and mouse, which brings me to, well, when I do game with the mouse, actually, we'll pull this up. I use this. When I use my keyboard and mouse, I do use this mouse. I don't like that mouse really too much. This mouse has a high DPI. It's got this really nice curve on it, which I love. It feels amazing. Really easy to click, like super easy. It takes like no pressure to push them down, which some people don't like, but I like it a lot. And it has two extra buttons right here, and a nice rubber feel on the click wheel. This is a Razer Mamba, I believe. It's a really old model, though. Very old. And technology-wise, very old. It's probably about like 4 years old or so, 3 years old. But I love it. You know what I mean? I love gaming with it. But I don't like gaming with the keyboard and mouse, which now brings me to one of the next things, which is this. Standard Xbox 360 controller, wired, the one that's made by Microsoft and Xbox. I don't like the off-brand or other brand ones, even if they are higher brands. And the reason is because I love the ergonomic feel and curve and smoothness of this controller. I love the size of it. I went for wireless, or wired. I know they have wireless, but I sit so close to my computer and monitor, I don't need wireless. For Xbox, I do prefer having a wireless, but for PC, I can use wired just fine. But yeah, like I said, the main reason I like this over the other aftermarket, I guess you could call it, controllers out there is because the feel of this original Xbox controller is just, it feels really nice for me, and that's what I choose to use. That's my preference. Next, we're going to go on to my headset, which is basically every standard good Xbox gamer probably has something like this. We have Turtle Beach Ear Force X11. Now these are the USB, basically, you know, the computer ones. They're alright. They're, you know what I mean, it's not the greatest headset in the world, but to me, headset doesn't really bother me too much. I do like that it's got the big fluffy, which most headsets do, but these fit my ear really well. I have big ears, and they're long, so I love, like, I don't like the just circle pattern here. I like the nice long oval pattern. If you have small ears, the circle pattern might be good for you, but this is where I like. Not to mention, it's got this fluffy, like soft, silky feeling mesh around it instead of leather, which makes your ears all sweaty and gross. So I like that too, of course. The mic quality on it's good, and the, you know, audio quality on it is decent enough. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure these are like semi-open. Though they look closed, I can hear people through these headphones no problem. So that, you know, that's my headset. That's what I use, and I like it matches my computer, you know, because that's something I wanted, unlike my keyboard. Next we have some more accessories that I use. So first we're going to talk about my microphones. So the first one is the one that I use to basically record all my videos with because I love the way it sounds. An extremely cheap microphone. This is a Digital Reference DRV100. They go on sale for about 20 bucks. Normally they're about 50. I actually got 3 of them for $50 when they were on sale at Guitar Center. Very nice mic. It's not a USB mic, you guys, so you do need something to basically hook this up to your computer, which we'll get onto next. But this mic was really cheap, and the sound quality and recording quality I get out of this, I love it. I'm not going to lie. I use this one more than my expensive mic, which we're going to move on to, but I absolutely love this mic. Next we have, actually, like I said, I have 3 of those too, by the way. So next we have the expensive microphone. We have an Onyx i5 microphone. This was about $110, $120-ish. Once again, you need something to plug this into your computer because I don't use USB mics. But this is a really nice mic. It's, like I said, Onyx i5, no reference to Intel at all. This is mostly used for recording guitars, but it ended up making my voice sound pretty decent over it, so I did like using it. But for some reason, I don't know, I like the sound of that one better. This one has more of like a, for when I was buying it, it was more centered towards the mid, because I was looking at getting a, what was it? Oh, I can't remember the name. The S57 or something 57, and that one was a nice microphone, but it was a little more for like metalish type, and then the other one I was looking at was, crap, an S7 or something, and it was S7 silver. I can't remember. Sennheiser, I think, made it, and it had more of a like lighter, brighter tone to it, and this one was kind of in the middle. One did more of a deeper, kind of bassier lows tone, and the other one did kind of a brighter high tone. This one was like right in the middle, was nice emphasis on the mid tone, so that's why I chose it. And I do love it for recording guitar. My intro, you guys hear the guitar in the beginning, that's recorded on this microphone, and I didn't even really edit it at all, actually. I just exported it and used it, and it actually came out pretty decent recording. It's not the most complicated recording on my intro, if you guys haven't noticed, but that was recorded. I think it's just a simple G chord strummed down with this. So anyways, those are my microphones. Now what I use to hook up to it is an older model, but works just fine for me, is a Steinberg MI4 audio interface. This is 2 channels, I think. Yeah, lets me have 2 mics in, lets me hook up studio monitors. I have I didn't bring my speakers. I have a decent set of speakers. I don't even bother with studio monitors. I would like some, but the speakers I have shake my frickin' wall and put out really good sound quality. They were like $350 set of speakers for a computer, and it does have like a 10-inch or 12-inch sub. I think it's like Kelpflix. It starts with a K, has the word kelp in it, and then has SCH. I don't know how you would pronounce that. But yeah, I use this basically to get my microphones into my computer. It's an audio. Basically, the audio interface is transfers the analog signal into a digital signal that your computer can then fuck around with. And for recording software, I use Reaper's digital audio workstation. So yeah, this is, like I said, very old model, but I picked it up for really cheap, and I picked it up used off a guy, and works just fine for me. Like I said, I don't need the highest tech stuff. It's not like I'm an audio producer or nothing, so I don't really need anything crazy. But I do use this for like recording like guitar and drums or something. We can hook up some microphones too. I did want one with more, so drums I'd want to hook up more than just 2 microphones, but you get what you can afford, and this is what I could afford at the time. So yeah, that's basically all my little extras there besides my speakers. Do I have any extras? I think that was it. Okay, so we can start looking at my computer now. So I'm gonna move the camera and get in there. So before we take a look at the case and everything, we're gonna take a look at the front, what I have in my bays. So this is an nzxt Century 3 fan controller. Has all of my fans hooked up to it. All 8 of them are hooked up to this. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8 fans. All 8 fans are hooked up to this. I do use a splitter to basically sync 2 fans together so I can control them with one knob. This right here is an open grid area that actually was taken off of the Deep Cool Tesseract 5.2-inch bay where we put my roommate's disk drive at, and I took it and I put it in my computer because it looked cooler and it offers extra ventilation. And then up here we have the, I don't fucking even know what brand it is, Light Scribe, DVD, rewrite, whatever disc. It's my optical drive. So that's my case front, and then obviously we have my favorite is my case badges, which we have the Asus, AMD, then another Asus one. Oh wait, that's Sapphire, sorry. Sapphire for my graphics card, AMD for my processor, Asus for my motherboard, G-Skill for my RAM. So those are my case badges, which I rarely even see. So now we're going to pop it to the side and take a look at the side of the case. Alright you guys, so you're going to deal with some shaky cam, because I'm going to hold the camera for this one. So first thing we're going to look at is my case, which is the Phantom 240, which is an awesome case. I love it. I like the way it looks mostly. You guys already saw the front, and obviously there's the flat surface panel that there's nothing there. Nice curved features on the front. All this stuff comes off, but I'm not going to be pulling it off because I really don't feel like doing it. So first thing we're going to look up is my setup overall, which we have an AMD FX 8320, 16 gigs of G-Skill G-Skill Ripjaw X series clocked at 2133 megahertz. My graphics card, which is the Sapphire. Let's see if we can get in there and see it. Toxic Edition. Tri-X cooling. We have my power supply, which is the EVGA 750 G2 Supernova. Random nzxt fan. 128 gig SSD by ADATA. So we're gonna go since that's basically all. Oh yeah, H100i. So I had to case mod the crap. So we're gonna go through the case modding I did for this. So my case is modified. Normally there is a hard drive bay right here, and there's also one right in the middle. So you can remove the one in the middle, which gave me clearance for my graphics card. As you guys can see, that thing's friggin' long. But the bottom one is riveted in. So basically I had to drill out the rivets, pull the cage out, and then, because I wanted to fit this in the front instead of on the top. And those are in push-pull. There's two in the back, and then 2 in the front, Corsair, SP, Performance, whatever, 120mm fans with a Corsair H100i. I wanted it in the front because honestly, in taking cool air, I was seeing a decent difference in temperatures, as well as, I mean, like, having it up here, it just wasn't exhausting as much air as it should have. And it was also exhausting hot air onto the radiator. And as people say that it doesn't make a difference, but it made a difference for me. So I don't know what they're talking about, but in my case, it made a difference in my motherboard socket temp because it's expelling hotter air easier with these two fans with nothing in the way. Those are 240mm Be Quiet fans. It has an easier time exhausting them without a radiator up here, basically, you know, restricting airflow. Sorry, I gotta clear my throat. So anyways, what I had to end up doing was cut out this drive cage so that this would be able to fit right here. Okay, and then that wasn't the only problem. If you guys see the clearance, it goes up higher than it cuts off right here. So if you guys could see, I've actually cut right here. This had a bottom part right here, and I cut that whole section out. So basically what it allowed me to do was have the radiator sink up into where the drive bays go. So as you guys can see, my bottom drive bay is actually not usable because the Corsair radiator goes right there. That is my fan controller. And I didn't actually have to make a mount for this. I didn't have to ghetto rig anything for this. There was actually already a mount at the bottom underneath the hard drive bay for an SSD. So that let me install that there, no problem. But then I had to find out what to do with my 2TB Seagate Barracuda, which I ended up going, bam, it's right in the drive cage bay. So what ends up happening here is in between the drive cage and the hard drive, there is a sled. Hard drive sled that is basically mounted to the bottom of my optical drive. So it basically dangles from my optical drive, and it's actually not that ghetto. I don't feel like pulling it out, but if I pulled it out, you guys would be able to see it's not ghetto rigged and like glued on there. It's not velcroed. I can actually pull the drive out just as easy as unhooking one of these sleds off, which isn't really hard. It's just a plastic sled, and it just comes right off, and then I can put it back in. It's toolless. So that's how that ended up working out. So now, then there was just for the cable management, as you guys could see, that cables were hidden behind the drive cage right here. A lot of them were. But since that no longer exists, I had to figure out a new way to route the cables and keep this whole panel back here clear. As you guys can see, there's like barely any cables anywhere, you know what I mean? You can barely see any of them. So, so what I ended up having to do was, sorry, my throat's all scratchy right now. It's cold in my garage. I had to tuck all the cables like behind there, all these walls. And if you guys don't know, having a fan controller puts out a shit ton of cables, and then as well as having 8 freaking fans in this small of a case puts out a ton of cables, like an enormous amount of cables. So that's the little case modding I did there. That's my cable management, and this is my gaming PC, you guys. So we'll take a look, I guess. I'll show you guys the cable management. Keep in mind, it's not really that good right now because I literally just got 2 of my fans in the mail yesterday because I had to buy 2 more. Because I wanted to replace the stock fans on the H100i because the stock fans... Oh, I forgot about that. Antennas. This is my dual band wireless receiver. It's right underneath my graphics card. 300 megabit per second. It kind of covers up a fan, but not a lot. And I've also noticed that even with it there or not there, my temperatures don't change. So I had no problem keeping it. Okay, so like I said, don't mind my cable management right now because overall I just got a fan, so I had to reroute a bunch of wires. So this is for the H100i. I'm not using the controller there. I use my fan controller. This is all the wires for all those fans. 8 fans and the fan controller. Other than that, everything is kept pretty clean, you know what I mean? I routed everything pretty well. As you guys can see, there's this big open space where I should be able to put wires, but can't put any of them. And that's the wires for the fans. So, and then there's 2 more fans inside there, so obviously wires go in there. But yeah, this whole rat's nest of cables is all like fan splitters and fan controller plugs to, you know, fan 4. These ones use a splitter, basically. It basically allows me to hook up 2 fans to one switch on the fan controller, and this one controls the back fan, as well as the splitter right here for it too. Or actually, I think these are the 2 top fans. This one will hook up to a splitter, which hooks up to fan controller. I think that would be 5, right? This is fan 5? Yep, fan 5. So that's fan number 5, and then the other piece of the splitter goes down and then back up into this fan. So these 2 are on number 5. So yeah, that's my cable management, which, like I said, don't mind it too much because I got the Corsair H100i and then got the extra fans and just installed it all so I could use my computer right away so I wouldn't have any downtime. And I haven't really gotten back here to fix it in the last week. I've been working 6 days a week, you guys. It sucks. I'm tired. So, anyways, you know, that's my computer. Oh, and all the parts I bought. Look at that. Look at that. What is that? Oh, what is that? Oh, that's an extra Cooler Master CDOM 120M. Oh, okay. Just laying there. There's the cases down there, of course. And then we had the motherboards, Cooler Master. Keep in mind, you guys, all this stuff was bought in like... Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of shit down there, too. All this stuff has been bought in like the last 2-3 months. About 3 months, I think. So, anyways, you guys, yeah, that's my PC. Oh, my motherboard. It's an M5A97R 2.0. It doesn't quite reach the last standoff, if you guys see there, because it's not a long enough motherboard. But, you know, whatever. It is an ATX size motherboard, but it's slightly smaller than your standard full-sized ATX motherboard, so whatever. It works fine for me, gets the job done. As you guys see, my shit ain't color-coded. We got orange, yellow, red, blue, all sorts of crazy shit going on in there. But anyways, you guys, this is Steven with All Talk On, and my computer with All Talk On, and I'll catch you guys later.